I'm gonna tell you one of the worst things that happened to me.
Okay.
I'm having like a phenomenal shoe, and there's a hand where I get like 2 8s. And I bet a ridiculous amount of money on the hand, and I'm like, all right, well, I gotta split that. I'm talking to myself.
What does the dealer have when you?
The dealer had a 6 showing.
Oh, okay.
6 showing. I'll never
All right.
forget this. And I got the 2 8s, and I'm like, oh, I gotta split that. So I split them, and I get another 8. And I was like, whoa, hey, scared money don't make no money. All right, let's go. I'm so excited. I split them. I give me nope, split that one too. Another 8, 4 8s out there. I just split them all. At this point, little piece of poop came out my butt. At this point, I'm extremely nervous because I've never seen anything like this. But it's people around, so I'm trying to play it cool. I'm like, hey, all right, okay, all right. What now? What we got to do now? Hit the first one. A 3 come out. The dealer looks at me. She's like, you got to double down. I was like, yeah, I know. I got to do that. I got to double down on that. Let's go ahead and double down. She said, you want to see it face up or down? I said, I don't want to see it. She put it down. The next one comes out. It's a 2. So now I got a 10. She goes, oh my God, got to double down again. At this point, my palms are sweating at this point. I said, I don't want to see it. Face down. Okay, the next card comes out. I get a 10. So I got 18. On the last one, I had another 10. The dealer had a 6 showing. Okay, all right. Here we go. It's go time. The dealer turns over the card underneath it in slow motion. I saw it. It was a 5. I said, you got to be oh, God. Oh, not like this. Not like this. I'm like, go slow. Dealers are fast to the point where you can't count. Like you ever try to add it up, but you don't know where you at. So I know it's a 5 out there, right? She had the 5, boom, real fast. It was a 3. I was like, oh, what's that? She's like, are you ready? I said, no, count that. What is that? Okay, all right, you got 14. All right, go slow. Real fast, ace. Oh my God, what's going on? What you got? 15. Like slow motion, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Real fast. What? 6. 21. She took the money. Shwip. Look, she didn't even look me in the eye. She said, shwip. I just sat there. I kept counting it. I was like, hold on, wait, hold on. 11 plus 3, that's the 14. You got an ace. That puts you, all right, right there. I think you got the, hold on, wait a minute, wait a second. All right. What I have? What are these? What do I have? Lift all that up. That's nothing? Or this ain't nothing? None of this is nothing, huh? Here's what pissed me off. There's a guy behind me. He goes, man, that crazy, ain't it?
It's very serious, people. I suffered a very serious injury this weekend in Disney World. I was with my kids, Jay, and I took my kids tubing. Now, I know it doesn't sound like it's that serious at first, but I was on the tube with my kids, and the guy goes, hey, man, for adults, we can speed this thing up. Right. I'm a daredevil. You know that, okay? Yeah. I'm a thug, Jay. My background speaks for itself. I've been to jail. Listen, what I'm saying, so we get off of the tube. I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. So he's got me and my brother. We both get on separate tubes. Right. Speedboat starts pulling at 70 miles per hour. I'm not lying, okay? We hit a wave, right? Now, because I'm so small, because of my height, I'm aerodynamic. Not on purpose. Not on purpose, but we hit the wave. Bow! I shoot up in the air. Now, I was scared at first, but then in my mind, I started thinking like, oh, I'm gonna stick it. Like, I'm gonna come down, and people are watching. They're gonna be like, oh, this is probably what Kevin Hart does on the side. So I was like, okay. So I came down, right? But I'm staring the tube as I'm coming down. I land. Now, water is hard. Like, if you hit it hard, it's like concrete. So I smacked the water with the tube, right? I don't know I'm hurt at the time. I hear everybody on the boat. They're like, oh my God, Kevin. It sounded just like that. They're like,
how did it go again?
It was like, oh my God, Kevin.
Okay, these are all white people on the boat.
No.
Matter
of fact, it was like the instructor and my kids. They were like, oh my God, Kevin. Right. So I came down. Now when I came down, I hit the tube and I bounced off into the water.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm still fine. I go to swim, like literally with this stroke, I go to take a stroke, but this shoulder had popped out of socket. I just thought that something, I thought that, I was like, you know, I don't know who's had dislocated shoulder or not, but if it's dislocated, you don't have that much feeling at the bottom. So I was like, oh, my arm must be caught on the tube. So I was like, that's the only reason it's not coming back up. So once I saw I couldn't get it up, this is when I started to panic a little bit. I didn't cry, but you probably would have thought that that's what it was. Because so like at this point in time, I'm flagging a guy because I want help. I'm like, ha! This idiot, this jackass is giving me a thumbs up. You did it. I'm like, no, I can't move it. They come, they get me out the water, and my brother was like, oh man, he said, dude, I can see your shoulder. And like, you know, you're fine until you see it. Like, once I saw it, like, it's just how, remember when you had your jammed toe that time? You remember, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Remember? And you was like, you were fine. Someone was like, Shaq, you jammed your toe. You was like, it was like, that's how Shaq cries. It was the same thing. So I saw it, I panicked, I lied to you not, I passed out, like, because I saw my shoulder out the socket. He was like, you're gonna be all right. And I was like, too late, I'm going. It was over. I woke up in the hospital. It was popped back in.
I can tell you a funny shit on yourself story. Now, this isn't to be the guy with the shit jokes. Steven Seagal, right? Steven Seagal. I'm doing another movie.
What do you teach Seagal how to do?
No, this is gonna kill you. I promise you. It's gonna kill you. So we're doing Ride Along 2. Cube accidentally punched one of the stunt guys in the nose. Cube. Like,
who's Cube?
Ice Cube. Another. I gotta introduce you. He'll love it. He punches the stunt guy in the nose. Stunt guy's nose starts bleeding. Cube is apologetic. Yo, man, I'm so sorry. God, I'm sorry. He's like, no, man, it's okay. Like, at least you're nice. You know, like, I know that it wasn't intentional. We've worked with people in the past that have been just dicks.
Right.
So he's like, who? I'm like, who else? He's like, well, Steven Seagal, you know, he used to really get shots in, you know, in these scenes. So got to a point where we had to come to our boss, you know, the stunt coordinator. We were like, hey, man, Steven's really hitting us. Can you kind of tell him to
sound like his wife? His wife said the same thing, didn't she?
He's like, you know, can you tell Steve to relax a little bit? So Steven found out that one of the guys was like a black belt in judo, like a serious black belt. So Steven comes up to the guy. He's like, hey, put me in your best hold. I bet you I can get out of it. And he's like, I can't do that. You know, you're my boss. I can't do that to you. He's like, put me in your best hold. He looks at his boss. Because Steven was being a dick, the guy said, go ahead, do it. Choke Steven. Puts him in a chokehold. Right? Steven's struggling. His feet squirming. He's searching for balance. He can't. It's like he's losing air a little bit, but you know, you gotta tap out when you don't want it anymore. So all you hear is he taps out and goes good hold. And he beelines to the bathroom. He comes out. It smells like shit everywhere. The guy choked the shit out of Steven Seagal.
It's marked for death.
And literally all you heard was
We're at probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Okay.
And people that know, I want to ask you, everybody take a look at this video, and we're going to ask you to kind of narrate what was happening. Take a look at this video. Oh my God.
Okay. First of all, I know it looks bad with me running into the camera. Okay. Let me explain to y'all what's going on. All right, it was Puffy's party. All right, Puff had a party. He's called me, said, "Kev, can you host a party with me?" I said, "Yeah, dude." I said, "I'll do it." I said, "I'm in New York." So he said, "Look, we creating this little sexy scene in the bathroom. It's gonna be girls in the tub. You, Trey Songz, Fabulous. Like it's nice. It's just gonna look like it's the place to be. We're gonna Ustream it." I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be hot." So we get up there. I'm hosting. You know, first of all, I'm a sex symbol. Okay, so I'm up there and I'm hosting, you know. I'm promoting the party. I'm like, "Yeah, man, this is a nice event. You see, we up here in the tub." I hear Trey Songz behind me. First of all, if somebody hair is on fire, it's a panic. Like it's a yell, yo, your hair. It should be crazy. You would have thought Trey was singing. This is all I heard. I heard, "Yo, your hair's on fire." It was like an album, like it was one of his tracks. Like, "Yo, your hair's on fire." I turned around, I saw it, I was like, "Oh!" Because like literally, like the flame, like George, the flame grew. Like it was like somebody threw gasoline on it. Like so when I saw it, I was like, "Ow! Ow!" But so my first instinct was to save myself. Because, you know, at the end of the day, true. At the end of the day, I don't want to die. You know, I don't know if you guys know, weaves are the most flammable thing out. Okay? A weave, if there would have been another girl next to her with a weave, that thing would have caught faster than the forest fire. So I just said, let me save myself. Now to camera, I run. I'm like, "Did you get that on tape?" Only reason why I said that is because I didn't really get to see the whole thing. So I wanted to. I wanted to see it over again for my selfish reasons.
All right, let's take a look at it one more time, everybody. Let's see it again. In slow motion. That might be funny and slower.
What level did you get to as far as basketball goes? Did you play high school basketball?
Okay, we being honest? Like, because you can find footage, so I don't know how far I can lie.
Okay.
All right, listen. I played high school basketball. I played 4 years of varsity, but it wasn't easy. Okay. I wanted to play real bad. This is all I wanted to do. And my mom, she didn't want me to try out because my school was like 2 hours from our house, and we had to catch public transportation. And the tryouts for the basketball team was at 6 a.m. This is a true story. And my mom was like, "You're not leaving our house at 4 a.m. to go try out for a basketball team. There's all types of crazy people out here. I'm not sending my son on public transportation at that time." I was like, "Mom, but this is the tryouts. Like, I want to be on the team. It's the only way I can be on the team." She's like, "No, not going to happen." So because I'm such a genius, I decided to take all the clocks in the house and set all of the clocks forward. So when it was, I set it forward, man. So like, when it was really 4 a.m., I set the clocks to say 6 a.m. That's what time I was leaving. So like, I woke my mom up and everything, like it was time for work. I gotta get up. She's like, "It's still dark out. What's going on today?" I was like, "I don't know, but we gotta get up out of here. Time to go." VCRs, clocks, her watches, everything. I set every clock in the house, and I made it to tryouts. I tried out, and I was happy. My plan worked. And midway through the day, I remember being in class. You know, classrooms got those skinny windows, right? And I'm like doing my work, and I remember a head popping in the window. and there was my mom. And my mom, and she was like, she just biting her lip. And I remember the teacher was like, "Mr. Hart, your mother wants to see you." And I was like, Don't let me go out there by myself." He was like, "Go ahead, Miss Hart, you're excused." I was like, No, please, you gotta come out there with me. And I remember walking out in that hall, and all I heard her say was, "You had me get to work 2 hours early?" She was like, "Wasn't nobody else in the office but me." She beat me all the way home. Every bus we got on, she had me on the bus with nobody else on the bus. The train. I think I got whooped. I may have gotten whooped for 3.5 hours straight. And there was nothing I could say. And I was happy because I made the team. And she was like,
"Oh, you made the team?"
I made the team.
And so that is one of the...